Him and Tank, I love them young brothers. When I look at them, I be like, yeah, I wish these little bro, I wish this was my son. I love this young brother. Steven Shakur was there when Takeoff got murdered. He left the scene of a crime when Takeoff got murdered. Now, I want y'all to understand something, right? I speak on this shit because it's on the internet and the case has already been solved from the internet. Once something hits the internet, it's fair play. There is no code of silence when the world seen it all over the internet. You can't sit up there and say you're dry snitching. The world done broke it down already. So now that everybody done put every detail out, they done stop, freeze, rewind, stop, freeze, rewind for a whole week straight. Now I'm going to teach you, the people that don't commit crimes, about people, places, and things. This boxer, this lightweight champion, or whatever weight champion he is now, possibly, because of people, places, and things, accessory to murder. He left the scene of a crime, of a murder, with the alleged murderers. Alleged murderers. Where I come from, that makes you a co-defendant. Where I come from, that makes you a co-defendant. So now, if the FBI or the DEA decides that they want to charge that young boy with a bright future, young millionaire on his way to the top of boxing, he's just getting started. That young boy has the potential to be greater than what Mayweather ever was. He is the next Mayweather. Steven Shakur, if you don't know who he is the next Mayweather. One of the best, the illest boxers ever. He's on his way to that. If the district attorney decides to charge him, or the feds decides to charge him, it's over. Just because he was around real or AKA jealous, or AKA industry that decided to blood sacrifice they man, allegedly, who knows? Because we're going to keep it all the way funky. When you look at the case, when you look at the video, when you look at the Illuminati signs, when you look at the Grand Reaper, when you look at the contract on the bed over the gun, it all looks spooky. It's spooky. Because Steven Shakur, if the FBI decides or the state decides, and I want y'all to understand something. If I'm with somebody, like me and Eric Bennett, with the first homicide that I was charged with, they charged Eric with the case first. Let me tell you the story, right? Hassan Campbell got locked up in Connecticut. The first case they charged me with was shooting Max on Trio. They didn't charge me with the body yet. It was playing military mind games between me and Eric. Eric, instead of him staying on the run, and it's a video, my book is going to be crazy. Eric turns himself in. I'm in Connecticut. They waited 30 days to extradite me to New York. The next day after I got locked up, Eric decides to go turn himself in. When Eric turned himself in, they charged him with killing the dude in Boston Seacall, Dennis Taplin. The case is there. Look it up. Being that you like to look up shit, look it up. Dennis Taplin. That happened in 94, September. Dennis Taplin. Look it up. Oh, that would mean you would have to get my paperwork and see a nigga never ratted. And I actually got homicide cases. Right. So Eric turned himself in, and when Eric turned himself in, they charged him with murder. Not accessory with murder. They said, we're going to charge him with murder so he could tell on Hassan Campbell for anything that he knows about Hassan Campbell that he did, past, present, and future. Now, with that being said, when you at a homicide scene and you with the assassin, Shakur Stevenson, Haj, yeah. When you with the murderer and you leave with him, you are an accessory to murder, which carries, in some cases, a minimum of 25 years to life. Do you understand what you're getting yourself into? Do you understand what you're getting yourself into? If the police decide to charge this brother, his career is over. And my purpose of me bringing this up is not because I'm wishing that on his brother. It's because I'm letting you know ahead of time that there is a good possibility that he's going to jail. When the feds decide to come in, it don't matter who you connected with. And when the feds don't come in and the state don't lock everybody up, well, you know it was a blood sacrifice. We know that there's witnesses in Biggie's death that told you exactly who killed Big. They saw him. In Pac's death, nobody was locked up. There's a reason for that. And sometimes they'll get somebody like Shitty Cuz to take the fall. Y'all don't understand the game? You didn't see all them devil worshippers at Nipsey Hussle's funeral? You didn't see all of those devil worshippers at Nipsey Hussle's funeral. All right. People, places, and things. I stay in the house. Remember when they was making fun? Oh, Haas, he ain't outside. He ain't outside. The best things that ever happened to me in my life or in my home, my children, my wife and my kids. So when I'm always in the house, I'm with my wife and my kids. But y'all tried to antagonize me to go outside to throw my life away.